Right, here we are testing the XC 13-33 at 13mm. So I've not been able to use the ND filter because the one I brought is causing vignetting. So excuse the lack of CPL as well, the shine and whatnot. But we're just testing the autofocus now because this XT3, I don't know if it caught that, 3 has the latest processor, at least at the point of recording. Something might come out if I don't get this out quick enough. Anyway, yeah, let's push to 33. Now I was at f4.5 because of the light, not at 3.5. Now I'm at 6.3 and I'm just gonna push the ISO up a touch. I'm a little bit too tight there, I appreciate that, but whatever. How is that as far as video autofocus for a kit lens? Now I own some of these kit lenses and they're great. This one I feel is kind of limiting in some ways, but I've opted to take it on my travel, so let's see how we fare. Well, there she is, 49mm filter thread OIS 13. Bit tricky to do without it being on the body. 13-33. I should probably just stick it on the body just for the sake of it. Why not? Bit easier to deal with. Yeah, 13 or full frame equivalent 19.5 to the 33, which is 49.5. Angle of view 95.1 to 46.6. Now obviously the lens has a closed section, so when you start up you've got to push it in and you're away, but the camera will warn you about that. Interesting, very lightweight, 125 grams, no weather resistance, plastic fantastic. It's an XC lens, so no aperturing, and it is 3.5 to start, but that soon shifts along and then you get to 6.3 to f22, so pretty slow lens as we knew. 9 diaphragm blades, 10 elements in 9 groups, so that is literally it. Small, light, plastic fantastic, but is it any good? Over 2,000 test shots later, how do I feel about the build and the handling with this lens? Well, yes, it's plastic fantastic, and you know, you have to rotate to get to the first position to get cracking, but in use as a run and gun for a fun little lens, yeah, it feels fine on the T33 that you know I've been shooting it on. It comes as a kit, you know. It's a shame the aperture is very slow, and I'm finding the OIS to be particularly awkward in video shooting. Autofocus is fairly good in fairness. I don't miss weather sealing, but I do think it's time we see aperture rings on the lower end gear now. I get it, but come on, let's progress. Packed away, the size is not too bad at all, but once you get it into a shooting mode, it's obviously, yeah, more noticeable. Thankfully, it's a mechanical zoom instead of the PZ zoom on my 15-45, so that saves a bit of battery power and is frankly nicer to use. So build quality and handling then, it's not my favourite of the kit lenses, but yeah, how does it fare in the all-important image quality-wise arena? You know what I mean. Sharpness in the center, wide open at 13mm is pretty good in all fairness. At 33, you're starting at f6.3, which is close to this lens's overall best performance anyway. So, okay, decent sharpness there too. Now, corners aren't great. At 13mm, you do need to stop down to around 5.6 f8 to see the best it can do. And at 33, it's worth pushing to f11 to see the best at that end. Color rendering is pretty good, as we expect from a native FUJINON lens, and I'm happy with contrast performance too. Happily, chromatic aberration is low and fringing barely noticeable at 13mm, wide open in the center, but yes, present at the edges. Flare is also minimal. Barrel distortion is heavy at 13mm, as is vignetting, but both improve as you zoom in. Interestingly, the lens performs very well in close-up shooting. Now, bokeh is what you'd expect from a slow lens. It's okay, it's fine. We'll include some images so you can get an idea. Obviously, it's a personal thing. I think there's nothing bad, nothing particularly good to report either. It's fine. Overall, pretty standard XC FUJINON IQ, which all things considered is basically rather usable on holiday or days out. Yeah, it's okay.
The big question is, should you buy it at retail, which is around £329, or even with the T33 as the included kit lens? Well, as the kit lens, you know, with the camera, I think it's a much better buy, but on its own, maybe. Personally, I won't be swapping my 15 to 45 anytime soon. Even though this lens has one or two things going for it over that lens, I just prefer the range of that one. Mind you, it was fun shooting the interiors of King Zog's royal villa in Dürres, Albania at 13mm. I did find the 33 a little bit limiting throughout my time with the lens though. If you want a lightweight travel setup with a wide field of view, then it could be a good buy on the cheap, especially as the image quality is actually quite good overall and it packs down nice and small. I'd recommend the XF18 to 55-2.8-4 or the smaller Sigma 18 to 50-2.8 as your first lens over this, but as a beginner you can have a lot of fun with this lens, so if you get the chance to try it out, do so and let us know how it goes.